be humble and simple, but able and noble too. Now let us go to the second speech. Second speech also is an icebreaker, and this will be evaluated by Toastmaster Prem. Can you give the objective?
Objectives of icebreaker are: 1. To begin speaking before an audience, and to discover speaking skills you already have and skills that need some attention. Time 4 to 6 minutes. All the best. Thank you.
So the second speaker is Toastmaster Abhilash.
The starting point of all achievement is desire. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Today I am going to tell you about a short story, a rather fast-forwarded story, and give you a glimpse about who am I. Abhilash, 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 whispered my parents into my ears and thus appreciated it. But what does Abhilash mean? Well, if you ask a few friends of mine, that is Abhilash, roughly translated into the living dead. But what does it really mean? It means desire. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Long ago, roughly about 23 years back, I was born right here in Bangalore into a small family of two. My father, he was working in KSD, Karnataka Soaps and Detergents Limited, and my mother, she was a housewife, and me, I was a silent toddler. Well, that didn't stay for long. A little over 2 years later, the fighter spirit in me awoke, and you may wonder why, because that was when my brother was born. And there it started, the sibling rivalry. And I don't think it's gonna end pretty soon. It is gonna still continue. I mean, that is the beauty of it, right? Sibling rivalry. We love, we fight, and we love to fight with each other. My childhood was pretty awesome in a way. I was a very silent kid, calm and quiet, said no one ever. My aunt still recalls an incident where I passed into her house, spilled all the water pots, and made a watery mess out of it just because she told my mom that I was making my brother cry. Such was the Dennis the Menace phase of my life. Well, now then I transitioned into my schooling, and it wasn't that different also. I had my fair share of shenanigans in my school, but most of it were forgiven because of my good grades. I had this track record of almost topping the class every time. And because of this, my teachers were very fond of me. They were so fond of me that in every parents-teachers meeting, it would be my mother who would complain to my teachers rather than the other way around. And this went on my school life. I had my ups and downs in my school life. But one thing that didn't go down was my grades, and I'm happy for that. I graduated my 10th with a percentage of 93.14, and we all know what that meant, right? I had to take up science, either become a doctor or an engineer. That was a trend that was going on. And as fate would have it, I did become an electrical engineer. Electrical engineer. I thought I would be working in an electrical company, being electrical and electronics gadgets, getting into semiconductors and stuff. But as the current trend in Bangalore from the past 8 to 10 years, I joined IT and became a network engineer, which had nothing to do with my major in engineering. And then I got into an IT company and I started working. It is then I realized that, is this really what I want to do? Like, do I want to come to office, work, go home, get paid and sit? Is this I dream of. I sat down and thought hard, really hard. But then I realized, that is when I realized, no, this is not it. What do I want to become? I want to become an entrepreneur. Why? I want to become famous. Why? There's only one reason for that. That's my dad. My dad passed away a little over 4 years back. He was so proud of me that as soon as he joined engineering, he told each one of my relatives, like, my son is going to become an engineer, my son is going to become an engineer. All that I know about my dad is he always cared about me and my brother. That was his love for us. And that is when I decided I need to be something in life that upholds his name. And so I started thinking, what should I do? I wanted to become an entrepreneur. Okay, if I want to become an entrepreneur, I have to relearn everything. My engineering past doesn't help me a lot in that, if I had to go in business. So it is then I decided I want to become I will join an MBA and become an entrepreneur. And so at present, I'm an aspirant, I'm an MBA aspirant, will become an entrepreneur one day. And most recently, to achieve that goal, I took another short step of becoming a Toastmaster, driven by the power to express my feelings and also to paint a picture in words. I began my journey as a Toastmaster in the Garden City Club right here. What do you Toastmaster?
Abhilash, an electrical engineer can become a software engineer, but a software engineer cannot become an electrical engineer. That is his specialty. So I think third prepared speaker is not available here. So let us go for table topic.
Yes, please.
So let us go for the benefit of the guest. We are going to next session, that is table topic session. So to conduct this program, we have an eminent Toastmaster with us. You may be thinking that he is too young, but he is very competent to conduct this program. He is the past president of this club, and if you approach him, sometimes you may get products for a discounted rate from Amazon, because he is a professional of Amazon. Meantime, be careful, because he is a risk analysis of Amazon. So he will take care of the company's risk, not our risk. So let us welcome the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Rohit.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
So as a table topic master, I would be giving you a topic, and then I would just call out the person's name, who would just come up on the dash and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, the timer would show the green card. 1.5 minutes, the amber card. 2 minutes, the red card. So without delay, I would like to directly go into the topics. The first topic is, what is the difference between living and existing? What is the difference between living and existing? Toastmaster Dan.
There is a big difference between living and existing. If you are living, you have a passion, you have a vision, you are full of energy. Wherever you go, the room brightens up, because you have a purpose, you have a mission, and you are driven to achieve. If you're existing, then it is just day after day after day in this monotonous life with hardly anything happening, and you will be a person who is just existing, cribbing, complaining, leading a life as a mediocre person. So there's a very big difference between the two. When you are in the presence of a person with enthusiasm, with passion, with energy, you could feel it and you will leave much better. But when you are in the presence of a person who's existing, it will drain your energy and you will leave this person feeling drained of energy. So note the difference between the two and decide which kind of a person you want to be, because at the end of the day, the choice is yours, and the choice is just not yours, it's the impact you create on the others that matters. Mr. Toastmaster.
The next topic is, when you're 80 years old, what will matter you the most? When you're 80 years old, what will matter you the most? Toastmaster Chandramouli.